Dippity bop bop. Which one are you going with? Are you going with the Canon R5 or are you going with the Canon R6? Which I'm pointing over here, but it's over there. Let's get to it. Canon debate. Should you go with the Canon R5 or should you go with the Canon R6? Do you want photography? Do you want video? Or do you want a little bit of both? When I was researching on which one to get, I probably watched every video there was.
All of them.
And I got both, but let's compare them. 3 pros for the R6, low light beast. It's got a 20 megapixel sensor, so you can still get some high quality photos. And the last pro of the R6 is the colors that come out of Canon. I went with the R6 in the Canon brand because I just thought the colors popped a little more, little less post-processing that you have to do with the Canon brand. So R6, awesome step up for anyone considering jumping into the R series of lenses. And the only few cons that the R6 has is it doesn't have 4K 120, but it does have 1080 120. And I got a buddy who shoots 1080 120 Hunter, and look, you wouldn't be able to spot the difference probably if you didn't pixel peep like I do. The R6 he uses in broadcast quality. He's on a production team with the outdoor channel and they're making movies and you're seeing 1080 120 from the R6. So it is highly capable. The other con of the R6 doesn't have a back and forth button to quickly switch, but I mean a few dials, you'll be good. I'm just a little picky. And then of course no 8K, but dude, unless you film in a movie, you don't need 8K, you know? Top 3 pros of the R5. 4K 120, 8K, if that's your thing. I don't know why you'd use it. It just overheats and no one's gonna see 8K if you're using it just for the internet. Quick switch, back and forth, and then the 45 megapixel sensor. The difference between the R6 and the R5 is if you take a photo with the R5, you're able to like zoom in and post and you can really get up on something really close, like let's say a bird or something far away. And with the R6, you can still crop in a good bit and not lose quality, but you can crop in a lot more with the R5. And having that flexibility definitely is something that intrigued me. Cons of the R5, overheats if you use 4K 120 too much. Not the best in low light. And what was another con? I don't know. I love the R5. I'm rolling with the R5 as my main camera and the R6 as my backup. Let's talk R5. Decked out, right? Over here, I got my battery grip. I got the cage. I got the handle. I got the other handle. I got the strap. And so, why did I want to buy the R5? Well, we just got finished a big job that I did with a buddy of mine, and he had the R5. And I always wondered what the R5 was capable of that the R6 couldn't achieve. And so, what that difference was a few things. One, it had the ability by hitting a button to switch from video to photo. And that was a big thing for me. R6 doesn't have that capability. For some reason, the C1, C2, all the custom buttons, you can't just switch over with a click of the button to video, to photo, and all your settings swap over. With the R5, it does have that capability. I believe they said some firmware update down the road, the R6 might be capable of that, but that just doesn't do it for me. Another reason is, of course, the 4K 120. That's what the R5 offers that the R6 does not. Now, with the 4K 120, you're able to grab pretty good stills from the slow-mo from the 4K 120. Now, the downside of that is it does cause overheating. Just like 8K, people are like, oh, the R5 records 8K. Yeah, for like 20 minutes, unless you get a Ninja V and you watch some videos on the internet about the workarounds on how to record in 8K. You can record in 8K endless with a Ninja V, but only at like 30 frames per second or 24 frames per second. I like recording those higher frame rates, 120, 60, because I shake a lot. I'm caffeinated all day, so the camera's like this. So I need those extra frames in order to slow it down and pick and choose on which I'm going to use. Because I'm always going to be wanting the thing that is going to prevent me from the problem I had already. I'll give you an example. I was on a shoot, hot day, filming a football practice with the R6. And what happens? R6 starts overheating. Now, I never experienced this. I had no idea. And so I started freaking out. I then got on my research and found out I needed a Ninja to externally record to the screen in order to avoid that. And we'll probably roll out some videos on how to avoid overheating because it's still overheated with the Ninja. But there was something I was doing wrong. But we'll talk about that another day. All in all, R6 is a great camera. R5 is a great camera. If you're just starting out, you don't need to jump to the R5. The R6 will be perfect for you. So if you learned anything in this, hit the like button. And if you didn't learn anything, hit the dislike button twice. And don't smash the subscribe button. Just gently touch. That'll work too. You guys have a good day. Let me know in the comments if you'd like any other videos. And we're just, getting better day by day. So you guys have a good one.